go ahead.
Smart motorways are an increasingly common sight on England's motorway network and an area where you already work, or will be working in the future. This film aims to provide you with some specific advice about smart motorways and, most importantly, how to work on them safely. Highways England is responsible for the operation and maintenance of smart motorways in England. We've been working with a number of representatives from the vehicle recovery, passenger transport and freight haulage industries to develop a set of guidelines to make working on smart motorways as safe as possible. A smart motorway uses a range of technology to actively manage the flow of traffic. This technology is controlled from a regional operations centre. Control room traffic officers monitor traffic carefully and can activate and change signs and speed limits. This helps to keep traffic flowing freely and smoothly, reducing congestion. Smart motorways use the hard shoulder to increase traffic flow. A motorway which temporarily makes use of the hard shoulder, known as a dynamic hard shoulder, is always clearly identified with a solid white, unbroken line. Where the hard shoulder has been permanently converted into an extra lane, it is marked with a broken white line, the same as any other lane. On these motorways, when vehicles break down, they need to get into an emergency area. These emergency areas are signposted as either SOS areas or emergency areas and are spaced regularly along the smart motorways. If they don't, the vehicle will be stopped in a live lane. Vehicle recovery operators are never expected to work in a live lane. As soon as the vehicle is detected by Highways England, signs and signals are set and a traffic officer or police resource is sent to control the traffic and, if needed, move the vehicle to the emergency area or deploy some traffic management to close the lane. Then and only then will a vehicle recovery operator be called in to assist. No attempt to recover a vehicle should ever be made in a live lane. Vehicle roadside recovery workshop. There are a number of other scenarios where working on a smart motorway is a little different to working on a standard motorway. Highways England recognises the recovery industry as an essential service which plays a vital role in helping to keep our motorways and major roads open. Earlier, Highways England invited representatives from the vehicle recovery industry and from the passenger transport and freight haulage industries to work through a number of scenarios at the Fire Services College at Moreton in the Marsh. The group of over 70 representatives worked through a number of common recovery scenarios on a mocked-up motorway with a marked-out emergency area. The two-day event provided some valuable insights, helped generate the agreed recovery guidelines, and also helped drive some design changes to the markings used in the emergency areas.
Well, the reason we're here today is so we can work with operational partners to make sure that we get the right way of working when it comes to an emergency area. So you can see that we're working in collaboration with our partners and we want the safest, most efficient solution on the network when we get breakdowns.
We're here to put our input from a tyre manufacturer's point of view as we go out and we train a lot of the guys that work at the side of the road, and obviously for them the EAs and the live all lane running is obviously a big important part of the safety considerations when they go out and do their jobs.
After the Transport Select Committee's report, we were aware that there were some concerns from operators regarding the use of EAs and smart motorways. We weren't sure what the problems were, if any, and we wanted to test the procedures and find a protocol that works for the safety of all the operators.
I'm here today with the IVR, Institute of Vehicle Recovery, to demonstrate different recovery methods inside an EA bay for vulnerableness on the side of the motorway.
Today we've seen quite a few scenarios, from light recovery vehicles through to heavy recovery vehicles. And it's forming an opinion where if we interact with Highways England correctly, then yes, we can get the right results. What we must be concerned about is the operators that don't work on that highway scheme that are ill-informed of the correct parameters to work to.
We work with these partners constantly. We all have our own procedures and ways of working. The key point today is to try and knit those in together and give everybody a mutual understanding of our capabilities and limitations for working in that environment.
From the work completed at the Fire Services College, it was agreed that 5 main recovery scenarios needed some specific and agreed guidelines to be shared and adopted across the vehicle recovery industry. These are covered in more detail next. Communication was a key factor in all scenarios. Each Highways England Regional Operations Centre has a direct Recovery In phone number specifically for recovery operators to use should they need assistance, be that for signs or signals or other traffic management help, such as a rolling roadblock or traffic management lane closure. If the vehicle is already in an emergency area, you can use the orange roadside telephone at that location and get straight through to the Regional Operations Centre managing that specific motorway.
Box number you're calling from. Right, okay.
What if you don't need help from Highways England? If the dynamic hard shoulder is not being used as a live running lane, then you can exit the emergency area as normal and use the hard shoulder to accelerate to an appropriate speed before rejoining the carriageway.
Hello, it's Sovereign Recovery here.
Hiya, is it a lane 1 signal you need to leave the bay? Sure, I'll get that set for you now. And is it yourself and the van behind you leaving? Okay. Alright, but I'll keep an eye from here and make sure you get out safely. Alright, no problem, thank you. Bye.
If the dynamic hard shoulder is being used as a live running lane, and you can exit the emergency area safely without assistance, you should contact the Regional Operations Centre using the emergency roadside telephone and let them know that you intend to leave the emergency area. Where the broken down vehicle has been repaired, you should instruct the customer how to rejoin the carriageway safely. There will be times where motorways will be congested with traffic and red X's will be in place to close lanes. You cannot drive on the hard shoulder or a lane marked with a red X without first requesting permission. This is for your safety and for the safety of other road users and incident responders. These closed lanes not only stop traffic from using them to make the working area safe, but they are also used by Highways England to create incident access lanes. These are used to get all of the right people and equipment to the scene to help manage the incident.
Hello, Peter Highways England speaking.
Yep, you want to run through the red X, yeah? Yeah, that's fine. Let me just take a registration number, please, and your name. Andy, yeah? That's fine. Yeah, we've got permission to proceed through the red X. Make sure that you do proceed with 20 miles per hour. Make sure you keep your beacon lights on as well. Your reference number today is 996. If you have any issues, sir, just give us a call back, okay? Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the situation for you. We've got you on camera and make sure that we monitor it correctly, sir. Alright, so take care. Bye.
There will be times when you'll be asked to use a lane closed by a red X displayed on overhead gantries and roadside signs. It's important to remember that red X's are used on all motorways, not just smart motorways, and the guidance is the same in both cases. Where permission is granted to use a lane displaying a red X to attend a casualty vehicle, you must ensure you use all appropriate warning beacons on your vehicle and use dipped headlights. You should never exceed 20 miles an hour and always look out for possible vehicles or pedestrians entering the hard shoulder or closed access lane. If a request is refused, you must abide by the decision of the ROC and advise the casualty vehicle that there will be a delay in attending. What if you do need help from Highways England to get into or out of an emergency area? The Regional Operations Centre can arrange any assistance you may need, such as a rolling roadblock or traffic management lane closure with cones and signs. Remember to give the Regional Operations Centre direct contact number so Highways England traffic officers can get in touch directly if needed.
Hello, through to Highways England, Abdul speaking.
Hello, it's Sovereign Recovery here.
Yeah, how can I help you today? Yeah, if your operator requires assistance, yeah, with entering and exiting the emergency area. Yeah, that's fine. Can I get his name, please? That's fine. Okay, so you're not sure if there's sufficient space for him to enter. That's fine. If you provide me with his name and number, I'll give him a call for you. Yeah, that's fine. No problem. Yeah, we'll assist yourself with recovery. Many thanks.
Hello? Hi, am I speaking to Andy?
Hi mate, you have just had your office call us to advise you that you're attending a broken down vehicle at 141/7 on the Alpha. Yeah, just to let you know mate, I've looked on CCTV, the vehicle is all in the way. They are in the middle, so there's enough space for you to enter. However, we're still going to set a lane 1 closure for you just to make sure that it's safe for you. And obviously if you need any other requirement, just give us a call back. Yeah, we're monitoring CCTV mate, just to make sure you're okay.
If you need help to enter an emergency area, the Regional Operations Centre will give you as many details about the incident as they can to assist in recovering the vehicle. This can include position of the vehicle, whether there's enough space to safely enter without traffic officer assistance, and whether any signs and signals have been set. If lane 1 has been closed to traffic by a red X, they may be able to give you permission to use the closed lane for access.
Yeah, hello, it's Sovereign Recovery here. I wonder if I can have assistance exiting an EA bay, please.
Oh, Andy, mate, you still there, baby? Yeah, you're ready to exit now. We'll get signals and reduce the speeds for you and a lane closure. Yep, no problem, Andy. Alright then. Thank you, bye.
If you need help to exit an emergency area, contact the Regional Operations Centre in the normal way, and they will be able to set variable message signs to show a lane divert or a lane closure. Once this has been done, you'll need to wait until traffic is cleared from the hard shoulder or lane 1 before attempting to exit the emergency area. Your exit will be monitored on CCTV. If the traffic is not complying with the signs and signals and you feel you're unable to exit the area safely, assistance in the form of a rolling roadblock or physical lane closure by traffic officer patrol may be required. Be patient, as this may take a little while to arrange, but better to wait and be safe. The signs and signals set by the Regional Operations Centre won't be cleared until you have safely left the emergency area and are clear of the location. In the rare event of a serious multi-vehicle incident, the road may be completely blocked, making access through congested traffic either very difficult or impossible. In this scenario, a process called reverse access may be used.
Good afternoon, Highways England, Eddie speaking. How can I help?
Yep, no, we have set up reverse access at the location to access against normal traffic flow from junction 21 at this time. Yep. Okay, I'll need to get some confirmation off my traffic officers first to make sure they're happy with you to proceed. If I can just take your vehicle registration number and name, please. Okay, that's lovely. Give me a few moments and I'll get back to you to let you know the traffic officers are happy for you to proceed.
Sierra Lima 63, you receiving?
6-3, I've got a recovery operator requiring assistance to access your incident and remove the damaged vehicle, over. Yes, I can confirm that's the vehicle associated with your incident, over. That's all received, Hotel Alpha standing by.
Hello there, it's Eddie here from Highways England. You have permission to access the incident from the opposite direction.
Traffic officers will direct you at junction 21 and take you to the scene.
The police or traffic officers will have full control of the incident and the flow of traffic, closing all lanes and diverting traffic off the motorway at an earlier junction. A control point is then set at the front of the incident, allowing accident responders to access the location from a junction downstream of the incident and travel the wrong way, up the closed motorway. You must use all appropriate warning beacons on your vehicle and ensure dipped headlights are displayed when driving to and from the incident location. Never exceed 20 miles an hour and be aware of other incident responders moving around the location. You can then leave the incident via the downstream junction off-slip as directed by the police or traffic officer. This process applies to all motorways, not just smart motorways.
Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Mac Hobbs from the Institute of Vehicle Recovery. For those of you that do know me, you'll be pleased to know that the final words today have been left to me. When we set out on this journey, little did I realise what a complex task it would be. However, I believe that we've actually achieved what we set out to do. I certainly believe that we understand better what resources are available to us, and I certainly believe the other stakeholders understand better what resources we have that are available to them. I think this will be a really useful tool for anybody involved in working on the strategic road network.